Hello viewers, you are watching Achoda Gist TV, the #1 TV channel for all your trending news. All you need to do if you have not yet subscribed is just to click the subscribe button. Subscription is actually free. All you need to do is just to click the subscribe button. Well, in this video, we are going to be showing you the best possible scenario. What will happen if Nigeria and Ghana goes to war today? Well, you can't imagine a devastating war between Nigeria and Ghana. Over the years, Nigeria has prided herself as the giant of Africa. The Nigerian military, having fought a bloody civil war in 1967, came out stronger after subduing the Biafran rebellion. It should be noted that this wasn't achieved without the full-scale assistance of our European allies. Also, the Nigerian military over the years has been actively involved in peacekeeping missions in Liberia, Sierra Leone, and around the world. Notwithstanding, Ghana, on the other hand, have not seen much of internal military action, but also have been actively involved in peacekeeping around Africa and in the world at large. With both sides' strong military capabilities, you are about to know which country among the two is going to come out victorious in a conventional war. Nigeria's defense budget is about $2.4 billion. That's from 2018, which is a 26.0% increase from 2017. Nigerian military spending saw a decline, however, from 2017, which was a $1.62 billion decrease. Do the math, that's 5.92% decline. While Ghana, on the other hand, defense budget is at a staggering 0.22 billion, which is a fragment of just 0.43% of their entire budget. Can you imagine? From 2018, however, there was also an increase, which is 15.5 increase from 2017 due to the procurement of new military equipment, which was badly needed by the Ghanaian military as of that time. While 2016 also saw an increase of 16.93% increase, which is a 0.16 billion decrease from 2015. You'll discover that the Nigerian military have in a way spent more in procurement of military equipment and defense than the Ghanaian side. But you need to understand that the major reason why Nigeria had to spend more on defense budget is because they are fighting an internal enemy, which is what? The Boko Haram. Well, having done an analysis of the defense budget of both sides, let's go to the main reason why we are going about this video. Now we're going to tell you what will happen in a possible war between Nigeria and Ghana. Now, in an event of a conflict with Ghana, tactical troops will be rushed from Ghanaian military bases and deployed along the Nigerian-Ghana maritime border. But there will be a huge problem. Lagos is one of the most populated cities, and the center of Nigeria commerce might be the first place that will come under serious Arab bombardment due to the fact that it's few miles on the border. Now, immediately a Ghanaian invasion has been analyzed by the defense headquarters, Abuja. Within few minutes, a closed-door meeting will be held by the chief of staff. The commander-in-chief will quickly order the movement of troops from Dodan barracks. Now you need to understand this. Dodan barracks is one of the biggest military barracks in Nigeria. In fact, it's the biggest army base in Nigeria as of the moment. Now, soldiers are going to move from these barracks. Now, you need to understand this. The main reason why soldiers are going to be deployed from Dodan barracks located in Ikeja is because of its proximity to the point of conflict. Now, Dodan barracks, we all know, is a historic barracks in the Nigerian political landscape. It has been home to a lot of Nigeria past military presence. These soldiers will immediately be activated and deployed towards the advancing enemy in order to halt them. And also, quickly as possible, soldiers are also going to be deployed from the 3rd Armored Division located in Jos, which will be a who's boost to the Nigerian troops. Now, with the maritime border being a physical barrier between the warring countries, in a matter of days, the Ghanaian side will be forced to carry out a tactical withdrawal, taking defensive position along the border. Now, if you do a study of the map, You will discover that any move by the Nigerian Navy to cross over with troops to the Ghanaian side will be met by strict resistance from the already awaiting Ghanaian troops who have taken defensive position, because they're going to know that this is what the Nigerian troops will attempt to do, because they first invaded Nigerian side, so Nigeria will likely do the same. And as such, if crossing the border is going to be of huge detriment to the Nigerian side, the only logical way now is to go through Burkina Faso. If you study the map, going through Benin Republic, then you go through Burkina Faso. But we all know that this is not going to be possible, because the Burkina Faso side and Benin Republic won't like to come under heavy backlash from the international community for aligned passage of the Nigerian troops. And number two, they won't like to have any issue with the Ghanaian side, or they won't like to draw themselves into the conflict between their West African neighbors. As the battle rages on, within days, the Nigerian troops will discover that the terrain will be her biggest problem for the advancement of heavy artillery. As such, the Ghanaians will take defensive line and wait patiently as Nigeria will attempt air strikes. The Ghanaian artillery unit will conduct series of standard strikes to buy time by delaying the arrival of amphibian troops from Port Harcourt. The few Nigerian troops who succeed to make it to the Ghanaian side of the border will be quickly outnumbered by the sweeping Ghanaian troops who understand the terrain very well. Lack of reconnaissance will prove with time to be Nigeria's biggest problem in the war. But after a few days of fighting due to Nigeria's super air power of about 44 functional attack helicopters, the Ghanaians will be beaten back and dislodged from the border region. The Ghanaians now, in order not to feel weak, will retaliate by carrying out long-distance flight attacks on the Lagos coastline. If military targets are hard to hit, they might result in anger, turning their anger on the civilian population. This might become the climax of the war. When this is done, Nigeria will harness the entire military might from around the country, and this will bring the conflict to a prompt end, because the international community will immediately step in order to stop further escalation of the conflict. Area seals will immediately be returned, and the African Union will immediately set a committee to investigate the cause of the conflict, which ends in a sort of stalemate. Well, that's our analysis from Achoda Gist TV of what will happen between a war with Ghana and Nigeria. Man, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Subscription is actually free. One good thing about subscribing to this channel is also because you do stand a chance to win big on our upcoming giveaway programs. We do reward our loyal subscribers. That's what we intend to do very soon, and this program is coming up very soon.